Is China stealing military technology? China has made huge technological advancements, in many fields, including military technology, in the past few decades. But, countries all around the world have accused China of stealing their technology. Even Russia, an ally, has accused China multiple times, even as late as March 2022, of stealing its military and other modern technologies. Though China is accused of stealing all kinds of technologies and data, we'll stick to just the theft of military technology. We'll explore the allegations and the evidence around them. As can be expected, China had denied all the claims. We'll look at the details and let you be the judge. Most of the observers, including those who defend China aggressively, don't deny that China is involved in acquiring technology through illegal means. They either justify it as a natural step for a developing nation to do so, or sometimes demand irrefutable proof to verify such claims. Nations typically undertake counterintelligence operations to identify such thefts from China or any other competing nation. But the counterintelligence operations cannot be revealed outside, since it will compromise any future operation. So, the irrefutable proof sought by the China defenders will never be produced. Instead, the affected countries plug the leak and stop a further theft. The country which has suffered the highest volume of theft has been the USA. American analysts have accused that China was stealing information associated with their modern stealth fighter aircraft, F-35, one of the best asset in their arsenal. The American claims proved to be accurate when China came up with J-31, which had spectacular similarity with F-35, including how it looked, and only with a few features missing. America has been the leader in drone technology for a long time, and China was way behind the US, in just a little over a decade ago. The Chinese hackers had stolen technology from both the US military, as well as private drone manufacturers, mainly General Atomics. By the time the US discovered the elaborate theft of sensitive data, China had enough technical know-how. The other main military equipment stolen by China have included night vision technology, used by soldiers in armored vehicles and aircrafts, among others, so that the vision is clear even in the dark. Other than that, they also stole advanced nuclear technology, surveillance and ballistic missile technologies, from the US. Some of these thefts were caught red-handed, and in others, indictments were served, investigated, and were proven that Chinese nationals have been involved in stealing of the technical and design details. Russia has accused China of stealing military technology many times. However, it is much harder for Russia to stop the transfer of its military hardware. China has been the recipient of legal transfer of Russian technology for a long time, since the beginning of Communist China. During the Stalin and Khrushchev days, China was supplied with and trained on the Soviet weapons. In the 1990s, Russia sold many defense equipment to China. But the transfer of technology was limited in critical military hardware, as well as in some components of the military equipment sold, as per the agreements signed. Typical of China, it ignored the legal agreement and started stealing and copying the military equipment. The conundrum Russia faces is this. Russia needs arms sale to China because it is a very important part of Russia's exports, along with oil. However, Russia's military sale allows China to create its own version of the same arms designed and developed by Russia, because they are entirely copied. The new Chinese hardware is then sold in international markets, competing with Russia's original version. In 2019, Russian state defense conglomerate Rostec accused China of stealing a wide range of Russian weaponry and other military equipment. Yevgeny Livadny, Rostec's head on intellectual property, stated that China has copied over 500 such military equipment over a period of almost 2 decades, including Sukhoi planes, aircraft engines, portable air defense missiles, Pantsir medium-range surface-to-air systems, deck jets, and many more. In February 2022, China was caught red-handed stealing Russian military technology. The planning was done in Australia, and when the Australian Federal Police intercepted the plan, hatched by two Queensland-based businessmen, one who is a Chinese-born accountant, Kim Bo-wei, and the second being a Russian-born entrepreneur, Alexander Sher, who were involved in transferring defense equipment from Russia to China, illegally. The exposure was brought to light, as part of Australia's anti-espionage activities, against Chinese Communist Party's spy network in Australia. In March 2022, Russia was furious that Chinese hackers attempted stealing Russian defense data. Russia closed the loopholes, but Russia has a high dependency on China currently, with the entire West turning against Russia, and it has kept things under wraps for now. Russia has also accused China earlier of stealing Su-27 flanker multi-role fighter, and creating a replica with their J-11. Earlier, the Chinese fighter J-7 was proven to be a copy of the Russian-made MiG-21 aircrafts. Israel has accused China of stealing sensitive military blueprints and design, on many occasions, and have tried their best to stop hacking. A few years ago, in a period of 10 months, Chinese hackers got into 3 top Israeli defense establishments, namely, Elizera Group, Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, and Israel Aerospace Industries, and stole several key military technologies. CyberSE, the cybersecurity firm, identified the theft by China on intellectual property related to Arrow 3 missiles, drones, ballistic rockets, as well as technology related to Israel's missile defense system, called the Iron Dome. Taiwan has also accused China of stealing many military documents and blueprints, using Taiwanese-owned citizens as spies, who are loyal to the Chinese Communist Party. There are several other countries, including the United Kingdom, France, Germany, India, Japan, Australia, and many others, who have all accused China, stealing sensitive data, blueprints, and technical knowledge. This brings up an interesting question. What methods do Chinese employ to steal the military technology from so many nations? China has employed a plethora of methods in their grand design. It has to be understood, though China has many corporates and small businesses that are not connected with the government, the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, can easily control and influence their working anytime. Any data that is collected by these companies is considered as the CCP's data. In the case of military theft, the private companies are created by the People's Liberation Army, PLA itself, usually with a senior CCP member, and, well trained in espionage. From the time China liberalized its economy, there have been many companies from the US, Japan and the rest, which have established business ties with many Chinese counterparts, operating in mainland China, or Hong Kong. Some of these Chinese companies are shell companies, run by the CCP officials themselves, operate undercover, and obtain dual-use technologies. They are purchased under the guise of civilian usage, but are actually used for military purpose. The technologies that come under this category include chips, computers, and other sophisticated hardware. The other popular method used by China all over the world, but especially in the US, is to become a research assistant, and work either with an educational institute, or a research organization. These Chinese nationals, who have special skills, take advantage of the liberal visa policy, given to highly specialized international students, and work in top-end research projects. The knowledge is then transferred back to China. When they face a possibility of arrest, they escape back to China. Some of these returnees have started technology companies, producing equipment for the Chinese military, and are doing quite well. There have been many blatant thefts or attempted thefts, conducted by Chinese nationals, who have taken documents on sensitive equipment, and blueprints, and send them over to China. One of the well-known cases caught the media's attention, when the US officials prevented a man from shipping a high-end computer, from Sandia National Laboratories. China also either traps the citizens of these countries, or pay hefty bribes, to work for China. There have been cases in the US, Russia, the UK and Israel, where citizens were caught working for the Chinese companies. The amount of content stolen is staggering. According to acting NCSC Director, Michael Orlando, China stole between $200 billion and $600 billion worth of American intellectual property every year, for the past decade or more. You may ask, if everyone knows China is stealing, why are they not stopping it? It seems to be a logical question. Yes, almost every country who has been a victim has strengthened their defenses, but China seems to be determined to put plenty of money into hacking and other human intelligence. America, in particular, has even created a special cell for countering the Chinese espionage. According to the FBI Director, Christopher Wray, FBI is opening a new China-related counterintelligence case every 10 hours. Almost 50% of all counterintelligence cases in America is related to China. There are so much of resources put in to slow down the success rate of the Chinese espionage. But, right now, China seems to be winning the war on stealing. It costs far less for China to steal than to do research and development. It also provides a quick shortcut to reach parity with a superior military power quite easily. Thanks for watching.